guys, we're gonna give it another go today. The green cone. We already got the pop-up from last time. I said that we have a high risk of getting cones. But I don't think so. I think today we are not gonna get cones because last time there was a huge bug while all categories A, B, C, and D started. They didn't start together, but they were on the same course together. And I'm pretty sure that was a bug. So hopefully we start with the C's alone and stay with the C's alone today. And we see some other people get cones while we drift away in their wheels. That's the dream. So for some reason, I do want to try the B class as well, but my legs are saying no, my lungs are saying no, and my power is saying no at this point. We will be there soon though, we will be there soon. But not today, we're not there yet. I'm just looking forward to not being cold today, that would be awesome. That would be really awesome to stay coneless, because we did see last time we got coned after a couple of laps already, and yeah, motivation is gone, right? I'm not like the guy who wants to push even harder with the cone just to prove himself, because yeah, you're done. You are getting nerfed and every time you have to do something or work for it, so yeah, that's not my thing. So let's hope that doesn't happen again. Let's hope a little bit of an easier start. I don't think there's that many people registered at this point, so I'm hoping that will stay around 50. If it's around 50, that means there will be less handbaggers. The start will be less hard than last time, because last time was crazy, right? We sprinted almost the entire first lap, IPV there, and then in the second lap the A group passed us while we had to sprint to get in that group. So that's yeah, a lot of power in the first couple of bits. But if you don't do it, and you don't go with that group at that point, you are not going with the front at all. So yeah, it was a little bit of a struggle, but if that A group wasn't there, I'm pretty sure we wouldn't have been flagged. Even though the start was really fast, right? So I'm hoping if there's less people today, the start eases just a tiny little bit and we can just sit in the front group. We can actually make it, because last time we did it, we were not going to be able to make that kind of speed for the entire 12 laps, right? It's longer than a normal one, so it really needs some green zones to be able to sustain that for that distance. So we have today's race, and then we have one more ride tomorrow. Something, I don't know, I have no idea yet what we'll be doing tomorrow. But tomorrow will be the last day before the Uber on Saturday. So really looking forward to that one. So tomorrow will be a quick calculation. Maybe we do that after this, right? I think tomorrow in how much altitude meters we still need. And I think tomorrow will be just a free ride to get that altitude meters. Maybe do a flat road with the badge. Like, for example, the TikTok, which has 44 altitude meters. It's not nothing, but it depends on how much you still need, right? To be halfway up the elbow, more or less, to get the concept. Would be nice. We have a few other pretty short ones, around 15 to 20 kilometers in Watopia. We'd have like 100, 150 altitude meters. So tomorrow we'll be probably doing that. That means for one, we can not make the legs crazy tired. So we do some nice riding, and we are on perfect schedule to start on Saturday, because Friday we will be having a rest day. No time on the bike at all. So today is the last day, the last race before the Uber. The last time we will give everything we have. So I really wonder, guys, will we get coned again? And does it cone us faster now that we got coned last time or not? That's a big question as well. Because because we got coned last time, maybe it will cone me faster this time again. Let's hope it does not, because I've been watching the results of the anti-sandbagging races from Zwift headquarters, and I've seen that 3.3 watts a kilo average is allowed. So most of the time I've watched the results. The people who won it did 3.3 watts average for the entire 12 laps. If you do 3.3 average, it means 50% of the race you will probably be slightly over that, more or less. Or he is just really perfect in staying at 3.3. But with the little climb in there, that means he's probably going over it on the climb and then go way under it on the rest of the track. But especially the start makes us kind of worry about it, because if that's a crazy fast start and we get caught maybe just a little faster because of last time, that might be it already, right? Just taking in some easy altitude meters. It's a very short route, this one, and it has the big climb of New York straight in the start, so perfect altitude warm up. We will have another 200 altitude meters if we finish the event. Guess that will depend on the green cone. Quick restart of the heart rate. Pretty sure we are over the 90. I don't know what you guys think, man. Will I get cloned again because of my last results? Or will we become free today? And if not, I'm really hoping our best chance is if the bug is non-existent, right? So if you just have the C class today, which is what it should be, and I think we might be good. And I think because of I got coned, that's why I get the message now. But I don't think it will call me faster. That's my own reasoning, right? So I think the warning is just there to make me aware that I might be coned. But I don't think, because I got the warning, it will call me much faster if I do 30 seconds at 400 watts, for example. Because of the start, you know? So the thing is, will I start easier knowing this? No, I don't think I will. I will do just the exact same thing that I've been doing always, and that's get a good start and get in the front group, and then hope it cools down so I can stay with the first group on a lower pace. That's my racing style, and I think I would not change it, because if I change it, that would just be because of the coning, and that makes me a sandbagger for some sort of reason, right? So I'm not gonna hide my power. If I get coned again, then I know the game really believes I have to go to the B class. I guess that's it. Hey Campy, how are you, man? Camp, I was thinking about you today, man. I was going on with my working bike. I was putting on the new chain. So after a while it worked. I'll say that. Change the cam for a bit. Hey Kim. So I got my chain replaced, but it was without a quick link. So I was struggling quite a while with getting that on, but it's working. The only thing that's not working, and I don't know how to figure out, is because when I was leveling the back derailleur of the bike, because it was not going on the biggest blade in the back and not on the smallest blade, so I was going on with these screws, and I could get it on the smallest one, but the biggest one is not working. So I'm not sure if it's the cable strength that I have to adjust or just make a new cable. But for now it's not skipping any chains, so it's riding well, but it's not going on the biggest gear in the back. That's it. So we're almost there, right? Almost. And we're learning because I've never done it before. Going about with the little screws and stuff. I've never done it. Are you at work, kitten? Let me entertain you, man. Let me entertain you. We are giving this green cone another try, man. No, I didn't change it. I just changed the cassette in the back and a new chain. That's it. That's all I changed. And then I'm trying to regulate it with the screws. That's all I did, man. I don't have any other cables or stuff to try and change, because all the stores are still closed here. So the only thing I had was the cassette and the chain to try. And the new chain solved the biggest problem, which was the chain that was slipping the entire time, right? Every time I put in, like, for example, 250 watts or more, it would just slip through and it almost fell on the ground. No, it's this one is better. Because the old one actually is a new one, but I made a few mistakes while putting it on. So I had to get a few links out, I think 3 in total. So, and it was originally 11 speed chain. This one, and I have 10 speed on my bike. So this one is a 10 speed chain, and it's just on there without doing nothing now. It's perfect. The other one was an 11 speed, so I removed the chain to make it smaller. And then I made a mistake while I have to remove 2 more chains, links. Yeah. Does it slip when it's too short? For me, in my mind, that was hard to believe, because I thought if it was too short, it would be like really much tension on there, while it should not slip less, in my opinion. But I guess you are right, man. And that was it. because it was pretty new, right? So it has to be that, or the fact that it was an 11 speed, but I don't think, except for the length, there is much difference between 11 and 10 speeds. I don't think there's any width changes or something. But I did only like 300-400 meters of testing because I am a dull wing, and it wasn't slipping, not when I pulled the sprint. The only thing was that I couldn't shift on the, like I said, on the biggest and the lowest gear in the back of the cassette. I could fix it. I got it on the big one like twice, but then it wouldn't go on the small one. And then I fixed it that it got on the small one, but then it didn't go on the big one anymore. So yeah, I just left it with that. I even got the front fixed because it was a little bit slipping against the iron. But yeah, I was, to be honest, pretty happy that I solved it a little bit. Yeah. But I think if I get a friend looking at it that knows a little bit more of it, he will probably fix it in like a few minutes. Well, I did a few hours to try and fix it, but we're learning, right? Maybe next time it's only half of the time, and after that, half of that, and so on. And maybe in the future we might be able to change the cassette and the chain in a few minutes, man. That would be awesome, right? Saves me a lot of dollars in the shop, because they do count a lot of euros for that time of theirs, for the knowledge. You think the length of the chain is causing the problem as well now? Because I think it's right. I can give you some measurements after. For now, we are 2.5 minutes away from hopefully not being green coned. I'm pretty sure it's a C-only race today, so no bugs like last time, where the B's and the A's were there as well. So let's see if we can get in the front group and keep it spinning for 12 rounds and hold on to that front group without being coned. Last time, you guys were here, right? Last time we had a hard time in the start. First round was really heavy, really high paced. So we pressed really hard to keep up with the front. Then actually when it started to settle down just a bit, a group of A's passed us. So I decided to get a little sprint going, go in the wheel of those A's, and I think half a round later I got coned because of that move. And it was unable to see anything because the information didn't give me any positioning. It was a blind race and I got coned after 3 laps because of the really high pace. But I'm pretty sure, even with that high start, if the A's didn't pass us, we wouldn't have been coned. Because we were on the max effort, right? We were really doing max effort for like 4 or 5 minutes, and then we got coned. And normally you never do that much effort unless you're in a B or an A race. And then hang on for dear life. So let's see if I'm right. We won't see the green cone today. And if I'm wrong, yeah, then I'm wrong, sorry. Yeah, I tried to regulate the L screw, didn't seem to be working. Let's go. What a nice packed start, man. Yeah. No, it's my second bike. We've been talking about. First cone, guys. Bye-bye. Second cone. Sorry, Cam. It's going to happen, guys. It's going to happen. You can feel it cooling down now because of the cone riders. This blue guy is pretty strong though, staying with the front. Much better than last time already. Jesus. World of difference, guys. I think those guys have to be pressing some serious watts to stick with the front. Still pulling though, they both are. Meanwhile, we're still going. Let's go. Maybe better. Doing our best, still a long way to go though. No green code for me, man. We're in the front group only by 7 seconds. And they're coming in fast. Yeah, there's quite a lot of green cones at this point. This guy is hanging on though. Crazy guy. Group behind us is going to catch any second now. Probably on the climb. There they are. Almost halfway. I think it's a good thing to exercise in the front. Hopefully a little bit more rest in the back. We're over halfway, guys. Yeah, he's been there for a long time. He must be really sure. A lot of early power-ups. That's nice to see. Another round bites the dust. Let's try to stick with the front. I don't want to be closing any gaps here. Still 4 more rounds after this one. Hang in there. The green cones are still pulling, guys. They're still pulling the group. Nope. I told you, man, it was a bug last time. We're pushing though. I'm trying to hide as much as I can, but it's pretty hard. Five K to go, boys. Yeah, using it. Trying to hurt him a bit. Two more laps, right? Another arrow, so should I save that or gamble? Let's try to save it, it's not necessary. Let's try to save it. If there's no breakaway. Still here. Last lap, guys. Last lap. Come on. Oh, thanks, man. So they ramped it up pretty hard on the climb. I wasn't their wheel, but then there was a little gap, so I used the arrow to maintain that gap. Tried to get back on the hills, but yeah, they had draft with like 4 or 5 people. So yeah, it started a little bit too early for me. If we are going very hard from the climb, I have no recuperation, and that's just a tiny tad too long for me. I have to work on that last endurance, because if you can get the wheels before the hilly part, then you keep in the wheels with my weight advantage, and you have a really good lead in for the sprint. But if I get gapped like I just did, even with the power up, small gap on that false flat incline, that is really hard to come back from, and then you waste a lot of energy trying to do that. and you have none left for the sprint, right? So at some point you have to choose, do I go for it and then try to get a good lead in and still have a sprint going, or do I just wait for the few behind me and try to catch their wheels? Nonetheless, yeah, it was a really good race. 12 laps, it's a little bit longer than the normal one. So, but the start was pretty okay this time around. There were no air riders to blow ourselves up, so we didn't get a green cone. A lot of people did though, even two of them. They were so good, they stuck with the front group, even had some pulls. So I'm betting that they must be A riders or really top B riders. Most likely A riders who are capable of doing 6 watts a kilo. Because yeah, they were there, they didn't look tired at all. The pace was a little bit slower, but that's a good thing for 12 rounds. I think we were 10 seconds slower every round than the 8 lap races. So that's just that really that race part isn't there. Like in the 8 laps, you really have to fight on the end of the climb to get back in the wheels, and I feel like I was even able to take it easy there, and you lose 5 or 6 seconds. If everybody relaxes there, you can lose a lot of time on the lap. But I think average wise we were still pretty okay. As you can see, our 5 minutes is still almost 300 watts. Our 20 minute FTP is 272 this race. So that's not bad for 12 laps, right? For 12 laps in a C race that isn't pulled by all A and B riders. This is more how it always has to go. So yeah, I think the coning will be a good addition once it's on point to get better races. And if you get coned too much, that means you just have to level up, right? Hey Camp, no cone, man. I'm sorry, man. I think I got seventh place, but there were a few guys with 3.5 in there, so I think and right, can we still see the, no we can't. Let's have a quick look then on guys, how do you like my my new cartoon avatar, by the way? I changed this up to the new Belgian one, the one there. You like it? It used to be only the face with like a little bit of the neck, and then yeah, that's because I am fat, man. Nice one. I'm working on it, man. I'm working on it. I want to be my cartoon. That's it. That's the whole reason. I watch at the stream and I see what I want to become, man. So I work harder for it. Hey, physique. Did you see the end, physique? We did pretty well, I think. We kept strong for the entire 12 rounds. It was pretty hard though. It was pretty hard. But it wasn't the hardest one we've done yet. But you can see some people were really like trying not to overdo it because they were scared of the cone. That's what the race pace was a little bit lower. But at last lap you can feel the power that people were saving. Once we get over that finish line, that last lap, you can feel it ramping up, and then on the climb, it was all hell break loose, man. All hell break loose. So this was the one. So this guy was an A plus rider in the C's. Then we had some B's in there as well. This A rider was in the D class, obviously. Jesus Christ, some people are so crazy. So I think we were 7th in Zwift, 7th with the cone guys cut out. Physic, do you like my cartoon? It's a slim version of me, some say. It's my want to become idol, man. But now it has the right jersey on. Like not the wannabe Lotto Sudal one. I don't want to be a pro rider. I just want to be slim. That's it. And I want to see the results. That's the second thing I want to see. Let's have a quick look at Strava meanwhile. Oh yeah. There you go. Oh! There I am again! Man, even bigger. Okay, so the results are not here yet, and then we were going to go to Strava. It always takes a while, right, to have these results on. I want to see how we did. The best thing is, I proved that I'm not a B rider by the mistake of last time with the A riders on there. Average 3.14. That's clearly and completely C. We didn't held back at any point in the race. There were maybe like 2 or 3 laps where it went a little bit easier, but it never felt easy, if you get what I mean, right? And if we would like go with the B's, I'm pretty sure we will be dropped 3, 4, 5 rounds in. I will be dropped, and I will be searching for groups and groups and groups, but probably I blew myself up trying to hold one of the first groups, and I will be completely dead. But you can see, right, it went a little bit easier because of our average wattage. It's about 10 watts, 10 to 15 watts lower than our normal crit races in the C class, because the first 2 rounds in the normal C class with all the sandbaggers, they always are really, really high. And then it cools down again as well, like today. But the start is really longer, and it's so important to stick there. And that's what's giving me higher averages than this one. This one, we were only doing like 350 watts for the start, and we were in the front group right away, which is great, right? It's a great feeling. Yep, no results yet. We didn't do any PBs, obviously. Yeah, it's crazy, man. At a certain point, it's not even fun knowing that you are struggling that hard to push yourself to the limit. Then you think you are doing not as good as you feel like you're doing, because you get a bad position, last in your case, and then Zwift Power gives you podium places or first places, and then you're like, what? How can this be? There were like the crit races, we were 41st position, and we got gold on Zwift Power, 40 people got tossed out of the results. Why? By the way, yesterday we won. There we were. Bam! Out of 71 people on Zwift, and I think it were 300 or something. We actually won it yesterday. Pretty happy about that one. The flat race was a good race, man. We really were having a tough time. 50 minutes, just under FTP, was a long time. I think I even felt it today. It was a long time. It was a struggle, but we kept with the group, and even though we were 15th, I think, in Zwift, we won. So really happy with that result. And as well with the wattage, right? 270 for 50 minutes. Yep, I dig it. I dig it. So last time we did the crit race was Friday. This was the Bell app. We averaged 284. We had 8 laps, full gas. Which was a good one. But you can see I was in the front group, and then the second guy wasn't even in the front group, so even there a lot of people are still in the wrong category. I want to see today's results, guys. I want to see today's results. I'm really curious if the other people's are actually C's, because I was a little bit whiffed after the sprint, but I didn't have the time to really look at the other results of the other guys. But I'm pretty sure I saw 3.5 a few times. So those people, I think, skipped the cone, I guess, because I think average 3.5 watts over 24k should be a green cone, right? It's not there yet. It's not there yet. So this was our last race for Saturday. Tomorrow, let me have a quick look at the altitude meters we're having. Tomorrow, I think we'll do a flat badge race, not a race, a ride, just to get the badge. But I don't think we need any more altitude meters. We had over 300 altitude meters today, so I think we are ready for the Uber Pretzel on Saturday. If we are 47,500 and up, we are ready. That means we will get the Tron bike on up the Zwift during the Uber Pretzel. That's the goal. Let us log in quickly and see where we're at. Yes, I want to just skip that, and I want to write Philippe Gilbert is riding. That crazy motherfucker. So, where are we, guys? Oh, we need 200 meters more. So we're gonna add 200 meters tomorrow. We're gonna do a ride with 200 altitude meters in it. Might be something like the kicker boxer or something. It's 300 meters. Something like that. And then we'll have 47,700 something. And that's perfect, right? Then we get on the Alp during the Uber Pretzel, and then on turn whatever, 5 or 6, you have unlocked the bike. Wouldn't that be perfect? Wouldn't that be perfect, guys? After 1 year of drops and sweats races, we will actually get the bike. we get the charm. If I know what I know now, we would have had it already because we have climbed 62.6k, so we're already 12k over what's needed. But I thought it would be really helpful to do the Italy challenge first when I started. So the first 1,200 meters, kilometers, were fat only for me, um, because I thought I would get a big advantage with the Tarmac Pro. You get the Tarmac Pro when you finish Italy, right? So I thought, oh, I'm gonna do the flat ones first because I'm pretty good in the flat already, and I'll get 1,200 kilometers pretty quickly, which was true. I think I got it in like 2 or 3 months, easy. I think, yeah, 2 months I think, because I really went heavy on that. First, always 50, 60k rides. But then I got the tarmac, and then I knew that it's actually not that much fast. It only saves like a few seconds of the Alp. So yeah, I climbed almost 12k that first couple of months, which could have been used for the Tron bike, right? Because yeah, you would have got the Tron bike much quicker. And then after you get the Tron bike, you do the Italy channels, and that's pretty easy. But hey, it didn't went that way. We are 12.6 kilometers, but we are there, and we are gonna complete it in glory style with the Uber pretzel. But tomorrow we will have just maybe a workout or a solo ride, take a badge, climb 200 meters in total. So we have a total of 47, 7 to 800, and then we are perfect for Saturday. That's the goal, and that's it. And tomorrow is not that heavy on the legs, so we get some spinning in, we get some recovery from last 2 days races. Yeah, we all are, man. Looking forward to it. So tomorrow is just easy spinning, but I want to be on the bike. I don't want to have 2 days off. I'm gonna be too lazy after that. But Friday we'll relax, and then Saturday morning at 10 a.m. we are ready for it, man. Get all the balls ready. 9 a.m. I'm gonna be starting to prepare stuff. Get balls, get some candy bars. The wife is going to make pancakes. I'm looking forward to those pancakes on the bike. Okay, we can toss this. The result must be there, right? No, we're not. Yeah, man. I don't want to be having any excuses on Saturday. I have no problem if we get off the bike and still feel good. I'll be happy, but I don't want to be like really potato before the Alp. I really don't want to do that. So we're gonna take it easy, get good carbs in, get water in, and climb up the Epicom feeling nothing at all. Easy peasy. Go up the radio tower, around the jungle, do some flat spinning, and then we'll battle the Alp in the end. But the Alp is the end, right? It's the last hour of the ride. So basically it's the hardest one, but it's the finish on top. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. And we're gonna have the bike. I just wish I can share the results with you guys from this last race, but Swift Power isn't having it. Results 16 hours beta race. Yeah, it's not having it. It's gonna be tough, man, but it's gonna be so nice to complete it, physic. I think we are. I think we are with five at this time. We have Matthias joining us. We have Doom. It's you, um, and Bart, and then me. So I think we are five who are actually. Well, there's one more who accepted the invite, but I'm pretty sure he will not join us. It's a friend of mine, but I think he just either accidentally accepted it or just accepted it because he's curious. But I don't think he's ready to do it. I invited Bike Beast as well, but he wasn't able to make it. Zero alcohol beer? You like it? What? So it's a beer, but it doesn't have any percent of alcohol in it, and it doesn't taste like it as well because it's apple menthol. It sounds like a soda pop, man. God damn it! I think the results will be for a little bit later, guys. I think the results will be for a little bit later. Ryan is in the wrong category. So these ones will probably automatically be disqualified already, right? Get it? You're A plus rider. Why do you go with the C's? I don't get it. That's fun. Yeah, it sounds like juice, man. I don't know why you can call it beer. Why does it call beer if it doesn't taste like it and it has no alcohol in it? Then it's not beer, man. Yeah, I'm having a beer. It's zero. It's from Coca-Cola. It tastes like Coca-Cola. But yeah, it's a beer. What the fuck? Oh, there we go, boys. We are second position. We are in second position. We lost the sprint. God damn it. This guy beat us in the sprint by a second. So on one hand, we are happy because we have podium, we have silver place, which is really good. But I feel normally the sprint is one of my strongest points, and we lost that one. So that's too bad. It started too soon, man. They ramped it up from the start, from the climb, and that's what killed us. Hey Doom, welcome for tuning in, man. So yeah, it went really good. We did the cone race again, the green cone race. We tried it again. Um, we had a few theories about it, and I think that I figured it out because we even got the pop up that we were probably in the wrong category. But I'm pretty sure last time, I'm sure last time we got coned, not because of the fast start, which was a really fast start by the way, but because in the second lap there was a bug that A's and the B's were in the same level as the C's. The A's passed us, we sprinted for the wheel, and that's where we got coned. So if that didn't happen, we would have stayed under the threshold level, and we wouldn't have got coned. And today proved exact that. Yeah, I've seen it already. I've seen it yesterday. You could join. You could have joined. There was yesterday morning. There was a race you could join to test it. Wasn't able to make it though. Um, Looks like yeah, a lot of tactics added with the boosts. Not sure if I'm a fan though, because okay, you can save up some energy on the easier parts, which you can use on the harder parts. But basically, you can do that without boost as well, right? Because you pedal less on the easy parts and pedal harder on the hard parts. Am I wrong? But now you will be pedaling harder on the easy parts, you pedal a little bit less on the hard parts. Get it? Yeah. And then especially the weight added. So I'm 87 kilograms. If I would go for the sprint option, which I would never do, because one, I'm a decent sprinter, so I don't have to do that. I would be stupid, I guess. But on the other hand, it will add 10 kilograms to me, so that makes me 97 kilograms. So I wouldn't be able to climb at all. So that option is non-existent for me. You can only use it once, by the way. Charge it and use it once. So then you have only two choices left, and that's the 100 watt saving for 8.5 seconds to use it twice. So you can save it up twice, 8.5 seconds. So it makes a total of 70 seconds. You get plus 100 watts, but you have to work for that first, right? So there's no free wattage, is there? So you never get free wattage. You have to work for the wattages first, load up the bar. So if you know, there's a descent or there's a part where I normally rest a little bit, you click the button, you pedal harder than you should be. So you're like, instead of resting, you're pedaling harder. You save up the bar, and then you have that in your backpack for once it gets a little bit harder. But you can load up the boost at start, but you cannot use it because you're not gonna start with a full bar, right? Because the Zwift headquarters clearly said there's no free watts, so you first have to work for the exact wattages you're gonna be using the boost. So if you chose the average one, the middle one, you can use it at the start once you ramp it up, but then you have to do like 600 watts for 8.5 seconds, and you actually are outputting 500 watts. It will say 600 watts on screen, but your guy is only accelerating with 500 watts and saving up those 5 seconds of 100 watts for the entire time, so that your 500 watts is full, and then you can use it. But yeah, I don't see how I really enjoy that. I think the most enjoyable one is actually the first one with the 50 watt advantage, because I think it's easier to charge with only 50 watts higher. I think it's more doable to charge it up. You can sustain it for a longer period of time, and actually when closing gaps or trying to get away, the lead up to the finish, for me, I think that's the best choice. I think that will be the only choice for me. I'm not sure if the 70 seconds at 200 watts. Maybe in a crit race, because of that's the part where that killed us, right? We ramped it up to 500 watts on the climb, the dolphin, and then after the climb, where it normally cools down a bit, in the last lap it actually goes up, and you have to maintain 300 watts plus to stick in the wheels. And if you get gapped like we did today, it's really hard. So if you have that 200 watt boost there, it's probably easier to get with the front. On the other hand, they'll have boosts as well. So they're either doing the same as you are and saving it longer because, yeah, you needed to get in their back. I don't get it. No, I don't think I would like it. I'm liking it, man. I don't think I'm liking it. The more I see of it, the less I like it. It sure adds a little bit to the tactics, but maybe to get the, not even the top races, because the top races you want to see clean power. You don't want to see people saving up for boosts to then use together with aero boost. You can have like a 500 boost and an aero boost together. People will be like rockets flying off the front. If you then have 1,000+ watts sprint in you, and you get 500 watts extra, so you have a 1500 watt sprint, and then you have the aero boost. Imagine you're sprinting, you're going all out, and then there's this guy just like a rocket flying past you. Not sure. I think those races will keep existing, but it will be like an event thing for some certain events. They probably introduce it during one of the 1,000 tours they are doing in the next. Yeah, they're going light speed. One of the next tours they will be doing, they probably announce it for one of the stages, like the boost mode race. And then I think after that it will be something more like the Bologna trial, where it's an event that's only can be started or created by Zwift itself or by events, whatever. So once in a while you can try and do it, but I don't think it will be like, oh yes, every 2 hours there's a boost race starting. And I hope that's not it anyhow. But it still has to be worked out because there was still a bug on the yesterday's race. If you chose the second option, you would only need to put in, so load 100 watts to gain 200 watts of an advantage. So you had to save up 100 watts for 8.5 seconds, but you got 200 watts for 8.5 seconds if you used it. So those were 100 free watts, right? And they explicitly said they weren't going to give free watts, so they were mistaken there. So they were going to change that today already. But imagine you chose the middle one option or the sprint option, and you are thinking, oh yeah, I can save up here, and then you start to load up, and then you get dropped all of a sudden. Wow, man, Run Night, thank you so much for the raid, man. Hey guys, we're actually quite finishing up here. We thank you so much for the follow as well, man. Appreciate it. Scotty. Okay. So we did the green cone race. I call it the green cone race because it's so much easier to call it like that. We got the silver medal. We stayed in the front. We didn't get green cone like last time, so there wasn't a bug. Guys. She's coming and cheer me on, man. She's coming and cheer me on. But yeah, a lot of changes, but it's a good thing they're working on different approaches to the game. Even though I personally not like it, maybe lots of people do, and it might attract a lot of people to Zwift. And yeah, we'll try it for sure. The next couple of days, we'll try it. Thanks, Kathy. Ga je dat komen zeggen? Hallo. Kijk eens. Hallo. Ja, zie je zo. Ja. Ja, een beetje nat, hè? You say I'm a little bit wet. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Tomorrow, an easier ride, 200, 300 altitude meters, and then we're ready for Saturday, the Uber Pretzel. We had a good effort today. I'm pretty glad we didn't get cone again because I would have felt a little bit bad about myself if I had a second try and I would have coned. But we gave it our best and we didn't. So happy times. Hey guys, thank you so much. Let's see if there's somebody else to hop on to. Yeah, she's ready for streaming, guys. She's ready for streaming. Let's go to this guy. I think he's French, but he's climbing the Alp. He's crazy. Let's
Et
support him
il
for
y
a
a pas que
bit.
les courses hein, pour valider les trucs, t'as aussi t'as justement
And
des
I see you
sorties.
guys tomorrow or Saturday. See you guys. And thank you so much for supporting. I really love the motivation in races. Right.
Jesus Ken, c'est terminé. 2h53. J'ai arrêté là. Dans le feu.